Boo! At the open, all-time high for the S&P 500.
It's your boy Jimmy. Jimmy.
Now, what's worth doing is worth doing for money.
Straight from y'all street to Wall Street.
Anybody tells you money's the root of all evil, doesn't make up happen.
Dudes wake up, hope their girl turned on so they can get a little bit. Only woman in the morning I wanna turn on this. Becky quick. While the average man looking at this sad like she fine as it. I'm over here looking at tails and whips like 5-6. I left the mayhem for the market. Now I don't want a dope spot, I want to stop it. I know that booty got dry, triggered my stop losses, but I ain't got time for your wop. My V-wops crossing. Rich with hot V's and pushing hot strategy and plans to make grand. Still in my wife beater, Batman pajamas, house slides, and about 5 hot picks for the day. Cause I like the way the Dow bounces. 4 hot dips on call, so I got options. 2 with a lot of volume, 1 with a double bottle. Now I know dumb money don't understand. Am I talking about my trade or just thinking with my MACD? You see, we different in the way we move. You move with kittens and your dog, I move with bears and bulls. I got a green thumb, grow with the marijuana. Waking up with the fun, some commas. Jump out of bed, big profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, big profits. Light up, watching them candles, profits. While I'm still in my sand, making profits. They used to watch me move them packs and stop. Now I watch moves in the NASDAQ. Profits. Used to run from the ATF and them cops. Now I run down ETFs, making profits. I jump out of bed, make profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, make profits. Light up, watching them candles, profits. While I'm still in my sand, making profits. See, me and Jim Cramer been talking mad money. Said today I'm taking a risk. They got the feds coming, but I got support here with me. I call a short squeeze. You get the drop, pull the trigger, and abort these. If she stay on my watch list, I might have to wife her. But I know better. I'm a true trading group lifer. Call up the Wolf of Weed Street. It's time to flip some profits. Go ahead, be hawking. Get your spot here. I'll double top that in the head and shoulders. Hit him up with this resistance. Watch him roll over. Cause I see John Wicks in contract. If I say I make $1 million a day, well, that's a large cap. You moving average, that's why you get crossed. Get split, get delisted, and knocked off. and I'm setting the whole block off. I'm buying GameStop and selling them roadblocks off. Jump out of bed, make profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, make profits. Light up, watching them cans, make profits. While I'm still in my sand, making profits. They used to watch me move them packs. Now I watch moves in the NASDAQ. Used to run from the ATF and them cops. Now I run down ETF. Hey, my family. Hey, go, what we doing, my man? And make profits. Hey, Suge, Mike, what we doing, dog? Make profits. Yo, Wolf, Professor, what we doing? And make profits. That TTG money gang, making profits. We some snipers.
Hey, yo, what's up, everybody? What's going on, folks? Welcome to the True Trading Group live stream. My name is Michael Edward Paranati. I go by Michael Edward. I'm the co-founder and head trader at True Trading Group. And what everybody wants to know is what the hell happened to Palantir? I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you exactly what happened to Palantir. And then the question that everybody else is going to ask me is, should I sell Palantir? Should I buy Palantir? For heaven's sake, what do I do with Palantir? Well, lucky you, I'm going to tell you exactly what you should do with Palantir. But before I do that, I want to make sure that you guys are aware, in case you didn't know, the True Trading Group actually is the Benzinga FinTech Chairman's Award recipient for the best AI analysis tool. Now, if you come to this live stream on a regular basis, then you know that. If you're a member of True Trading Group, then you also know that. But if this is your first time here, maybe you didn't know. There we are in New York City, receiving that award at the Benzinga FinTech Awards ceremony. My business partner and I receiving the best AI analysis tool. Guys, I'm telling you now, if you're looking for AI, an AI trading assistant, AI analysis to help you guys make better trades, to help you plan out your trades with entry and exit points, to suggest short squeezes to you, to suggest what option contracts you should be buying, help you identify support and resistance zones, help you with stop loss placement, risk management, and everything else. Look no further. You are staring at, or you are here on the platform of an award-winning AI tool that is Mari. That is what we call our AI tool, and it is the recipient of the Benzinga FinTech Chairman's Award for Best AI Analysis Tool. It is helping thousands of our members from all over the world to make money, and is the future of this platform and what it is that we do at TTG. It's nice to see industry leaders like Benzinga and others recognizing what it is that we are doing with that AI technology. But TTD is not just about awards. We're the fastest growing and highest rated premium online educational platform that combines university level trading and investing courses with premium stock market tools, live workshops, and individual mentorship and coaching for stocks, options, crypto, and futures. We day trade, we swing trade. We also cover long-term investing. There's literally something for everyone here at TTG. So if you are new, make sure you subscribe to the channel, smash that like button, show some love, turn on your notifications. Don't miss out on any of these live streams. I'm dropping golden nuggets on a regular basis. Why should you listen to anything it is that I talk about on this channel? Not because I think I'm the world's greatest trader. It's because I did not have to figure this stuff out on my own. I was trained literally by professionals on Wall Street. My first job out of college was working at T3 Alpha Fund in New York City. While there, they had me go through a training program before they let me touch $1 of the fund's money. Then 2008 happened, and that was the Great Recession, the huge stock market crash, but also the same year that I received one of the firm's Trader of the Year awards. You fast forward now, and I'm the co-founder and head trader of TTG. Wow, Abraham, my man. Abraham, my man. After watching you for a year and some months, I'm ready to join this family and change my financial situation and that my girls. Wow, after a terrible divorce, I'm ready to start all over. Abraham, brother, I'm so incredibly sorry for what you were going through. Divorces can be so incredibly ugly. I'm so sorry that you're going through that, man. I really am. But I am excited to be part of that turnaround story. I'm excited to help you be excited about something new. You know, to do it for yourself, to do it for your girls. You know, she can go screw herself, right? So, but for you and the girls, man, that's what we are going to do this for. Abraham, I'll tell you this, brother, if you're ready to join True Trading Group, we're going to do something real special for you. Send a text message right now to 1-888-621-2127. Abraham, I'm talking to you directly, my man. 1-888-621-2127. Text that number right now. If you want to join True Trading Group, we'll give you something. We'll do something real special just for you, man. We'll do something just for you. Jimmy Benson goes, bros before. No, don't say that. It's still the mother of his children. Don't say that. Abraham, we're just playing around. But I'm happy to have you part of the team, brother. I really am. Again, seriously, I'm sorry that you're going through that. It's never fun. It is. It's never, ever fun. One of my friends is going through a nasty one right now, actually. So it's never fun. But I'm looking forward to help turn things around for you, my man. So text that number and we'll get you set up and get you part of this community and part of this family. All right. I don't remember where I left off in my opening and my intro, but essentially the reason why I think you guys should pay attention to what it is that we discuss on this channel. It's, like I said, I didn't figure this stuff out by watching YouTube videos and sitting in Discord chats. Not that there's anything wrong with YouTube videos, but I was trained by professionals. I didn't have to sift through hours and hours and hours of YouTube videos and figure out, who's legit and who's totally full of shit. There's a lot of people out there that aren't really good traders. They're just good marketers, and they don't help their users make money. They just sell you on a dream that they'll join me, and within 10 minutes a day, I'll show you how to make $1,000. I'll turn you into a millionaire in 30 days. I have a 99.9% win rate or whatever it is. None of it's true. All of that is nonsense. Run as far away from someone that's telling you that as you possibly can. I'm not going to tell you what you want to hear. I'm going to tell you what you need to hear. I've been doing this now for almost 2 decades. In my 18th year, I believe. I'm pretty sure, 18 years. And it's not just myself at True Trading Group, right? There's 8 other professional traders that are with you every day, sharing their screens, trading with you live. You see what we see. We talk on the microphone, so you guys know exactly what we're thinking and what we're doing. We give you our analysis. We answer questions. We tell you where our orders are, when we're getting in, where we're getting out. And that's how so many of our members are able to follow along with what it is that we do on a daily basis. The moderators and I are with you for the whole day. We're not gone after an hour and you're left to fend for yourself. So I think it's important you guys have access to a variety of different trading styles. And like I said to you before, we do it all. We do stocks, we do options, we do futures, we day trade, we swing trade, we do long-term investing. So there's really is literally something for everybody here at True Trading Group. So again, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on your notifications. Make sure you guys never miss out on any of these lives. Okay. All right, folks. Let's kind of get right into it. And let's talk about this. The dump in Palantir today. Palantir, which is one of my favorite stocks in my long-term portfolio, is down 14.5% today. It's actually down 14.5% right now. It closed at 112, and now you're all the way down to 107. This is an ugly drop in Palantir. And I think what we really need to talk about on Palantir is a few things. It's what everybody wants to know is what happened to Palantir. Should I sell it? Should I buy it? What do I do? Palantir got crushed today for the perfect storm of reasons. The first reason being Donald Trump telling the Pentagon to prepare for an 8% cut in its budget over the course of the next couple of years. That's not good for any company that has to do with military, defense, aerospace, and government contracts of the like, right? So that's Palantir, that's Lockheed Martin, that's General Dynamics, that's Raytheon, that's Northrop Grumman, it's Boeing too, actually. But that news by itself maybe wouldn't have caused such a severe sell-off. There is another kind of rumor floating. There is another rumor that's floating that the CEO of Palantir will be selling $1.2 billion worth of stock. Billion with a B. And that really got the selling pressure going today. What I will tell you with regards to Palantir is there is no more expensive stock in the S&P 500 than Palantir. Palantir is significantly more expensive than NVIDIA. It is, and see, I think we have to clarify that too. When we say a stock is expensive, I'm not talking about the share price. Share price is irrelevant because the share price is just a reflection of the market cap based on the shares outstanding up for the company, for the stock, to give you the market cap. Just because the stock is $500 a share does not mean it's more valuable than a company that's at $50 a share. Okay. It is, the structure. It's how many shares outstanding are there multiplied by the share price. That gives you the market cap, which is the valuation of the company. Now, the valuation of Palantir, when you look at from an earnings multiple standpoint, is absolutely insane, insanely ridiculous. It is like 6 times higher than NVIDIA's. And for the last several years, you've heard a lot of people talk about NVIDIA being expensive, when in reality, Palantir makes NVIDIA look like Cisco or IBM or AT&T or Verizon or Pfizer or Ford, companies that are just so cheap and just do not trade at high multiples because they have no growth or very little growth. And Palantir is the exact opposite of that. Palantir has tremendous growth. NVIDIA has experienced over the last 2 years tremendous growth. And it reflects in the multiple that investors are willing to pay to own shares of the company to participate in that growth. But at some point, a stock becomes too expensive. And Palantir was already very expensive. I am a shareholder of Palantir. I own Palantir from around $21.50. My daughter also owns Palantir. My daughter's 6.5 months old, so I've started a portfolio for her. She owns Palantir. She owns Rubrik. She owns Snowflake. She owns AMD. She owns ABBV. She owns Kava. These are just a handful of. She owns Uber. These are just a handful of the names. Handful of the names that she owns, but. I sit here and we're watching Palantir finally pull back. And it's funny because so many people were questioning or considering buying Palantir. But when the stock was at, $100 or $110 or $115, and now all of a sudden the stock pulls back. And really, this is your first real significant pullback in a few months. And now it's kind of like, the alarm bells are ringing and the sirens are blaring. I think you got to let the stock pull back. The pullback is healthy. I'm not a buyer of Palantir up here. I was not a buyer of Palantir, anywhere above 100. I was pretty vocal about that. We were actually live here on this YouTube channel when Palantir came out with earnings. And you had this huge gap up and the stock exploded and we were trading, all the way up above $100 a share. And, at that time I was like, listen, I can't, if you don't own Palantir yet, you got to wait. Now's not the time to buy it. This was back when they came out with earnings there the first week of February and the thing gapped up to $100. And I was like, that you got to wait. This is not the time to buy it. Now the stock continued to go up 25% more as it went to $125. And now you got this 15% pullback back to 106.5. I feel that a much more reasonable entry point for Palantir is $85. If you do not own Palantir at all and you would like to, right there is the place to do it. Right there is the place to do it. That would be kind of the first spot that I would look for to be a buyer of Palantir. Okay. It's still, even though the stock's down 15% today, it's still, I believe, the most expensive stock in the S&P 500. Okay. From a valuation and a multiple standpoint. So I think you got to let this thing cool off. This move today should suck the momentum out of this stock. It should suck the momentum out of this name. And I think people will, sometimes when a stock is really expensive, you just need a reason for people to finally begin to take profit. And I feel like a lot of that profit taking began today. And that's all today was. Today was just profit taking. Okay. You got to realize that there's people that are up a tremendous amount of money on Palantir because the stock is up hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of percent, if not thousands of percent, depending on, how far back you want to go. The stock was trading at $8 or whatever it was in 2022. It might have got down as far as 6 or something like that. I don't remember exactly how low it got. I'll just go back and look. Yeah. Got to $6. Got to $6. Got to $6 in 2022. Now the stock, went all the way to $125. So obviously, yeah, thousands of percent. So, for people to finally ring the cash register, I think you just needed a reason. You got the 2 reasons today: the CEO dumping $1 billion worth of stock, and the Pentagon being told they're going to cut their budget's going to get cut by 8%, and that ate into Palantir. And I think there's more downside coming. I think that there is a bigger pullback coming. Does that mean that I think you should panic and sell out of your Palantir? You got to think about what your goal is here. If you own Palantir for the long term, and this is a position in your long-term portfolio, I'm not selling it, because if I sell it, it's a taxable event. Okay. Now, if you own it in like an IRA or something and it's not taxable, whatever. But this will be a taxable event if I go ahead and I just sell the stock at 106.50. If you're going to take profit in a taxable account, you have to think about this. Okay. Pure Raria fund. You're out of your mind. Get rid of it. Trump hates it. You're out of your mind. You're out of your mind. There's no way. I'm not getting rid of Palantir. Come back on this live stream 5 years from now. I'm still going to be a shareholder of Palantir. Come back on this live stream 10 years from now. I'm still going to be a shareholder of Palantir. I'm not getting rid of it. You're crazy. No way. I disagree with you completely. That doesn't mean I don't think the stock can pull back. I think the stock's going to pull back more, right? I really do think it's going to pull back more. But that doesn't mean I'm not selling it. I'm not selling it in my long-term portfolio. I'm not going to create a taxable event and then pay 30%, give 30% of my gain to the government and never get that money back. Why? The stock could go down another 30%, right? For it to make sense. The stock's got to go down to $70, for that to have made sense. But then when it goes down to $70, it still has a chance to go back up. If I give that money to the government, I pay taxes on it, I'm never going to get that money back. Palantir goes down to 70, it can go back to 100, and I can get that money back. I'm a very, I'm a long-term bull on Palantir. I love what Palantir is doing. I own it from 21.5. I'm not selling it. So if anybody does not own it, it's so funny. It's so funny. The stock goes down one day and everyone's like, dump it, get rid of it, dump it. Jesus. It's like, no, I'm not. So like I said, if you guys don't own Palantir and you want to, the place that I would look to be a buyer of it is between 85, like the high 80s would be the first spot. Obviously, back the truck up, best place. I don't even know why I'm talking about this, because I don't think you ever see this price ever again, but it's 45. 45 is the back the truck up, buy as much as I possibly can. But I honestly don't think I ever see 45 again. I really don't. I honestly don't think you ever see 45 again. So if you guys don't own Palantir and you've been waiting for an opportunity, I'd look for the high 80s. I target this area here. I do think there's more downside after this. I think that enough momentum is going to get sucked out of the stock on the back of this news. And I feel like people are just looking for a reason to take profit because it's so expensive. But what I will tell you is this, right? When it comes to long-term portfolio stuff, is we're kind of having that conversation right now. Just because a stock is expensive, it does not mean it can't go higher. And the best example that I could give you is Tesla. For a decade, Tesla was too expensive for a decade. Okay. When you go back and you take a look at Tesla, You can go all the way back to 2014 when Tesla really started to make its run. And in 2014, everybody told you Tesla was too expensive. Well, now adjusted for all the stock splits, right? That was at $17, adjusted for the stock splits. $17, the stock was expensive. Then you made a new all-time high in 2017. You went to $25 again, adjusted for the stock splits. And it was too expensive, right? That was the reason that every single person that would come on CNBC and say, "Nah, I'm not buying Tesla. I'm not buying Tesla," was because it's too expensive. It's too expensive. It's too expensive. The valuation doesn't make sense. The valuation doesn't make sense. And then stock broke out in 2020 and went to a new all-time high, and it was too expensive. And then it went to $60. It was too expensive. Then it went to $100. It was too expensive. It went to $150. It was too expensive. It went to $280. It was too expensive. It went to then $400. It was too expensive. Right? Sometimes stocks are expensive and they stay expensive for a good reason. Tesla is one of those stocks. Tesla is a stock that you could have made the argument at any point over the last 10 years that the stock is too expensive. And you would have watched the stock run thousands and thousands and thousands of percent higher without you because it was too expensive. Okay. Now, I believe, this is my opinion, I believe that Palantir is expensive, and I believe Palantir is going to stay expensive for good reason. So I will be nothing but a buyer of Palantir in my long-term portfolio for the next 10 years. Okay. So again, the area that I would target for ads on Palantir would be the mid to high 80s. Okay. Mid to high 80s there for Palantir. Anybody have any questions specifically related to Palantir itself? Any questions on Palantir specifically? Should I buy it now? Should I sell it now? So again, I think it matters. I think it matters what your time horizon. I think it matters what your time horizon is. Okay. Because if you're looking for a quick trade on it, like I said, I do believe that there is more downside. If you were in this on a quick trade, or if you're in options, or your options expire, then I would probably say, depending on the expiration of your options, then I would say probably yes, sell it and lock in your gains and lock in your profit, because I do expect this to suck the momentum out of the stock. Should I sell some of my long dated January 26 calls? Should I sell some of my long dated January 26 calls? You have January 26 calls. That's far out there. Oof. If it was me, Sean, I would probably sell some. If it was me, I'd probably sell some. You also have to remember that personally, I believe we're going to have a correction at some point this year. I still feel that way. I know the market made a new all-time high today, but I think at some point in 25, we're going to see a correction. So I think, worst case scenario, Sean, I think you'll be able to trim some of the position, and then I think you'll be able to buy it back cheaper in the next couple of months. I do. So I think maybe it's, taking some profit off the table while still holding on to a core position is probably not a bad idea. What do you think about SMCI and OKLO? What I think about OKLO, I like OKLO long-term, but, I'm not chasing the stock. I'm actually, pretty happy that the stock's starting to finally pull back. But from a long-term portfolio standpoint, I think the stock got a little ahead of itself, and I'd much rather be an owner of this thing around $30. So I'm trying to be patient with some of these names. Like, I don't own OKLO, but I do own CEG and VST, which are the bigger nuclear power, utility companies. So VST and CEG, those are the ones that I own. Those are kind of the leaders in the space. OKLO, much smaller company. SMR, even smaller. And NE is another one. These are the kind of the smaller companies in the space. Of the smaller names, I do like OKLO. I also kind of like this SMR as well. So I would say I'm not so sure about NNE, but like SMR, I think SMR anywhere from $16 to $20. I think that's a good spot for SMR for some exposure to some nuclear powered. That's a small, kind of like the small nuclear reactor type of play, or small modular reactor. And then you'll have OKLO, which is more of the utility. And I would say that, OKLO in the low to mid 30s, I think is a great spot. And SMR anywhere from like 18 to $20. I think that's a good spot for the long-term portfolio. I like them. I do prefer VST and CEG because they are larger, more mature companies. I do like those two better, but OKLO and SMR, those are your prices for there. SMCI, okay, Pankaj, on the other hand, this one I'm not so crazy about. And I know that SMCI has such a huge social media. There's such a love for this stock on social media. And I don't understand why. I don't understand why so many people love this stock so much. Their management team are honestly a bunch of asses. I mean, honestly, I really don't like their management team at all. We do have to welcome Abraham. Abraham just joined True Trading Group, guys. Abraham is the newest member to the group. You know what? Let me do this. Before I get into SMCI, let me explain to you why I don't like SMCI's management team. I'll talk to you guys about that in a second. And I'll tell you about my thoughts on SMCI. And I actually think that the recent rally you've seen in SMCI over the last week, I think it's about to fizzle out. But I'll explain that to you guys in just a moment. For those of you that are not members of True Trading Group, I want you to pay attention to something real quick. I just want to show you something, right? We got about 1,500 people on the live. Those of you that are not members, just want you to pay attention real quick. When people ask me, why should I join True Trading Group? There's a very specific thing that I usually do. Abraham came on here ready to rock and roll. He's been watching us for a year. Okay, so Abraham already knows the deal. If you guys are new here, though, I want to show you the reason why you should join True Trading Group. There is no greater reason to join other than our members actually make money on a consistent basis. That's the greatest reason why you should join. And don't believe me just because I say it to be true. Believe me because that's what our members actually say. Members of True Trading Group. Okay. If you are a member of TTG and you are making money and you're becoming a better trader because of True Trading Group, type the number 1 inside chat right now. Just type the number 1 inside chat right now. Again, members, type the number 1 if you are making money and you guys are becoming better traders with TTG. Way to go, Chris. Chris Hansen goes, I killed it with SMCI. Thank you, Mike. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Love to see that. Excellent. All right, so for those of you that are not members, do yourself a favor. Go to ttgoffer.com. All right, that's ttgoffer.com. Everything on that page is included with your membership. It's $1,047 for the whole entire year. It comes with a free laptop. Everything on that page is included. There's no upsell for anything on that page. It's all included in your membership. Okay? It's included in your membership. There is no upsell for any of those items that you guys see on that page. Okay. You also get a double your money back guarantee for peace of mind. I don't think you need it, but if you can't make back the $1,047 fee, we'll give you guys back $2,094. That's the way that we work here. That's how confident we are in the platform that we have created and its ability to help you reach your goals. You have any questions, text us 1-888-621-2127. The W money back guarantee is right there on the checkout page. It is real. Go read it. Go read it. Okay. I don't think you need it considering our refund rate is less than 2.5%, but nonetheless, it is there. All right. It's there to give you peace of mind and hold us accountable. Text us with any questions, 1-888-621-2127. Again, Abraham, welcome to the THD family. Let's go back to SMCI. The reason why I think that this recent rally that you've seen on SMCI is about to fizzle out is because you just ran smack into a massive resistance level. This is a multi-month support level that held in place all of 2024. And then when it finally broke to the downside, that level became resistance. That is the exact same level that SMCI tested today. And you can see we shot up and put in this massive topping tail candle, showing that that resistance level is still very firmly intact. And I believe that SMCI is going to pull itself back down like this, then try to consolidate here for a little while. And the stock probably trades somewhere in the mid 50s, low to high, so I would just consolidate somewhere in the 50s. All right. Now, the reason why I don't I don't own SMCI in my long-term portfolio. And for right now, I have no intention of putting it in my long-term portfolio because I do not like the management team. I don't trust them at all. Where there's smoke, there's fire. Obviously, you guys are all well aware of the concerns about SMCI, their financials and their transparency and their, accounting manipulations and lack of trust and transparency and accuracy of their financials. It got so bad that Ernst & Young actually resigned from being the company's auditor. That is a horrible sign that actually happened. Then they were able to hire BMO. BMO came on to become their new auditor. The stock has recovered. They came out with earnings. The stock has recovered. But this is not the first time that this company has had an issue. They actually almost got delisted several years ago for compliance issues. If you were to research and you really looked up this management team, there have been multiple sketchy instances. I just don't trust them. I'm also not crazy about how the company, half of their revenue comes from one customer, NVIDIA. So I don't like that. And I don't like their management team. So I personally have no interest in putting this stock in my long-term portfolio. I will trade it. I do trade it. I have traded it multiple times, but it does not have a spot in my long-term portfolio at this time. I think you have a strong resistance level in the mid 60s and your support level currently right now, the support is at 50. Stock currently sits at 59. I would not be the least bit surprised to see the stock pull back to 50 over the course of the next couple of days or weeks. Okay. That does it here for me, folks. I am going to cut this short. If you have any questions at all, text us 1-888-621-2127. Phone number is right down there at the bottom of the screen. That's 1-888-621-2127. Otherwise, go right to ttgoffer.com. Everything on that page is included in your membership for $1047. Includes a free laptop. We ship anywhere in the world. We have members in 114 countries. As long as you live on planet Earth, I'll get you the laptop. And don't forget, you have the double your money back guarantee. Go read it. It's real. If you can't make back the $1,047 membership fee at least one time during your membership, okay, we will give you back double your money. That's $2,094 coming back your way. Just read the double money back guarantee. I ask you to just go through the courses, pass the quizzes, attend one study group, actually use the platform you're subscribing to. And if you still can't make the membership fee back, we give you guys double. All right. That's it, folks. I'll see you guys all later. Have a wonderful rest of your night. Take care.